Hi friends!
Welcome back to
Wish You Love Podcast. I'm Marilyn.
And I'm Jazmine.
And we are so happy and blessed for you guys to be here.
Happy mid-November?
Yeah!
Yeah! I hope you guys have been enjoying going to Friendsgivings, getting prepped for Thanksgiving, all the fun stuff that November brings.
Yes. And be sure to share this episode with a friend. And I dare you to do that, please. Please, we're trying to grow the community. And as well, if you have your own story or need advice on any particular topic, please send it to us on our Google Docs that can be found below.
I have a perfect idea for Thanksgiving, you guys.
Okay.
Get a pie, and then on there put follow Wish You Love Pie. Go to a Friendsgiving and be like, hey, you want to put something in the background? Let's put Wish You Love on YouTube, okay?
That's a good one. We'll be most thankful for you doing that. Well, now that Black Friday is just around the corner, I wanted to talk about Black Friday and what are some stores that you're really excited to shop for. And you guys, so I want to do a disclaimer. I know that a lot of people don't support Black Friday because of like the mass consumption of stuff. But I will say everything that I buy on Black Friday is things that I need throughout the year. Like I do bulks, and I'll talk about what I'm going to buy that I would have bought any time of year. So I think I use it in a resourceful manner. So what are some stores that you're excited about, Jazz?
Let's see. Black Friday is always a hit or miss for me. I feel like sometimes I do try to like really do the math where I'm like, is it really worth it? Or are they just like saying it's like $5 more and then they say, oh, it's $5 off, and then you're paying the same thing that you would pay. But I would say, going based off of my experience last year, what I really enjoyed and what I thought personally was like really, they had cute stuff, it was good price, and I'm same with you, Marilyn, like I don't think I ever fully buy a lot of stuff. Like it's just like what I need or what I truly think is like a deal for me. But beauty creations, if you guys don't know, is we have one local to us, but I think you can buy them online, right? And they have other, and it's Latina owned. So you're supporting a Latina. But they have the cutest like packaging and like, I mean, they already are really good price. Like they have like really affordable like makeup products there. But for like Black Friday, they have like super cute like lip kits or like eyeshadow or like blush and stuff, and I just think like they're like the cute first packaging, 2 product, and then 3 like perfect for like stocking stuffers or like gifts for your friends and stuff, because I mean, who doesn't love makeup?
Yeah.
And again, you're supporting a Latina owned business. So yeah, I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Like I want to go back and see like what's new, what what are they selling this year.
I actually just bought a concealer from them yesterday because I use their concealer and eyebrows. So if you like how my under eyes look and my eyebrows, I use it from them. It's so cheap already without a sale. I was going to ask you, hopefully you remember, what was the deal? Was it 50% off? Sometimes stores do 80% off. Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I know it was like little cute like blush and stuff palettes for like $10.
Okay.
10, 15. Which again were super like a hit for me when I was like making like stocking stuffers and like really cute stuff.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I think I'll definitely stock up on concealer and one more. I just one each, just so I can have it throughout the year. Because it's already affordable. The eyebrow pencil is $7. Like, and it's bomb. Like, do you use eyebrow pencil?
I bought one once. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like using their blush or highlighter.
I used their foundation. I didn't like it. Have you tried it?
No. That's what I was going to say foundation, but no, I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, I didn't like it. But just for me, everyone has different skin types.
And their lipstick. I don't know if you guys see, I'm wearing their lipstick right now.
Oh,
and I swear, I shouldn't swear, but I promise that I can eat and it'll still stick on.
Yeah, because you just ate some egg bites and a muffin and it's still on.
Yeah. Like I've had it where I know like Angel's mommy, she'll always tell me like, I love your lipstick.
Yeah,
and
when you were talking earlier, I was like, that's a cute shade, but I didn't tell you.
Yeah, and like it literally sticks on for like a
that's
long
good.
time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any other stores? No, any other stores?
No, I think other than that,
Okay.
I like going for what they say, el alwende. Like I like to just be there, like just to see people. Like I kind of laugh.
The hustle and bustle.
Yeah, the ones that are like sprinting
Me,
to go
just
to
kidding.
stores. I'm like, let's all take it easy. But other than that, no, I think just anything that I see or that I like find, I'll like check out. But for sure, I would say beauty creations is like on my list.
And I love talking about it because I wanted to give you guys ideas, and please comment down below your guys' stores because I want to check out those deals. So my number one store, I have quite a few, so hold for the list. But my number one is e.l.f. So I use their moisturizer, their SPF 30 Holy Hydration Moisturizer in the morning, and then they have this CBD one, and I use it at night. And so I remember last year on Black Friday, they had 50% off. And then the next day, on Cyber Monday, they had 60% off. So I was pissed that I didn't get that.
This is online?
Yeah, I do online, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's good. It's good.
I use e.l.f. too. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why I stuck up. So I literally last year I spent $50 on just a bunch, and I should have bought one more because I only have one more right now, but it'll hold me down because we're in Thanksgiving. But that is what I stock up on. Plus eyeliner, I use e.l.f.'s eyeliner. I use a lot of e.l.f. stuff, so e.l.f. is my number one. My number two, that's a splurge, is Paje California, which is this vegan UGG alternative brand. Please check them out. I used to be an ambassador for them, and I absolutely love this brand because literally I had my cousin compare my old Uggs before I knew that they harmed animals and my Pajes because I gave her my Uggs, and I'm like, look, because we're the same size of shoes. And she's like, yours are softer. I'm like, I know, they're so nice. And they usually have some sort of sale. And now they just came out with, those clogs in their platform. So I'm like, girl, buy. Like, that's what's on my list. So there's that. Cider usually has a good Black Friday sale, which is, I actually bought this whole outfit from Cider. And that's funny that I'm wearing it right now too in the episode. But I buy a lot of my clothes, even my work clothes, from Cider. It's just a really, really good brand. And I really like what I buy. Like what I buy, I feel like it's good quality. Like it's really soft. And I think it's just really cute. And they also have an 11/11 sale where everything or most things are $11.11. I found that to be a better sale than the Black Friday sale, so I'm gonna remember that. We're also pre-recording, so I know that we're past 11/11, so sorry, but hopefully you guys see it. Yeah, and I kind of just check for just different things that I need, but those I think are the top stores that just came to my mind. I know that ColourPop has a really good sale as well, but I have so much makeup, like eyeshadow palettes from ColourPop, that I'm good for my whole life. Like I don't need any more eyeshadow palettes. I have so many, which is so sad because I didn't even get to get any of the Harry Potter or Star Wars ones, but it just doesn't seem ethical to keep over consuming if I have every color needed on earth. So I haven't shopped for them like last year I didn't, but if you like ColourPop, they have a really good Black Friday sale. And then one more thing that I'm going to shop for, I think, I have to see my budget, but me and Anthony really want electric scooters. So I know that G-Track, I think, is the brand, and I know that they do Black Friday sales, so I'm just going to check it out and try to do that. Oh, one last thing. I also buy facials on Black Friday. Literally, my facialist, she's amazing, Marcy. She last year did buy one, get one free. And so I bought like $200 worth of facials, and I still have a few more to go. And I think it's just great to use at the end of every season to rejuvenate and get ready for the new season to come.
For sure, don't forget to text me.
Yeah.
Might join you on a facial. I might join you on the e.l.f. And I definitely will join you for the cider.
Yeah, I will text you because I get serious about it. Like, how she's like, I like seeing people. That's me, but like on my phone. But I will say, I was scared last year because I did the Black Friday and I should have done the Cyber Monday, and I'm still scared this year because the only thing is you don't know if they're going to do a better sale on Cyber Monday. So I think I'm going to take my chances and get the Black Friday sales, but that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, well, definitely tag us, you guys, if you guys find any deals.
Yeah.
Make sure that you consume responsibly.
Yes, buy things that you know you're going to use, not for a one-time purpose.
Yeah, and your gifts too. I know
Yes.
sometimes I'm speaking maybe from personal experience, but sometimes we get so excited to gift so much that we often move past our budget or off track.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure that when you're watching this, as soon as this episode is over, grab yourself a notepad, write down exactly things that you want, that you need, and that, you know, the people that you'd want to give to.
Yeah.
Just so that you kind of try to stay on track and we're all kings and queens on budgeting.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Ulta has a sale because I really want to try. Right now I'm using the Lady Gaga House of Labs foundation and it's really good. Like, I love it. I love how my skin looks. But I want to try the Ariana Grande one, so hopefully they have a sale. I want to try that.
I've been wanting to try it too. Yeah.
We're on the same vibe right now for shopping. All right, you guys, so I'm going to ask Jazmine the question of the universe for today. What has your life taught you about taking risks and embracing discomfort? Go ahead, Jazz.
All right, I'm starting this off. All right, so when I think of this past couple years of a moment that really brought me like discomfort and like risks, I'm going to take it back to 2019, 2020, and that was when I lost my job. So it was the first time I had ever gone through unemployment, and you know, it was crazy. I had been working at that diner. For those of you guys who don't know, that was my very, very first job. So I was working at that diner for about 5 years. Started working there since I was 16. My dad's been there, or my dad was working there for much longer, like I want to say like 20 years. So even just him bringing me, since I was a child, it always felt like a place of like comfort and like home. Like the managers have been knowing me for years. So it was like, just as soon as I turned 16, I remember them saying like, are you ready to come work with us? Like, you know, we'll get you, you know, get your permit, we'll get you a position here, etc. And so, long story short, that was just a place and a chapter that I hold so dear because it was just very, very first place I was able to earn money, the first place that I, you know, grew up with. They saw me go through from like a child to prom to college, etc. And so being let go, it was tough. I remember coming in, and it was during COVID. We had just reopened, and let's be real, it was a moment where a lot of people weren't really going out to eat, especially because it was that during that time where like you couldn't really even eat at a restaurant. It was like, it was weird, right? It was like social distance, and like you had to wear your mask up until your food came, and you know, all these things that ultimately the owner decided to just shut down. And so I remember coming into work that day. I was so excited to come in, and we had heard that the owner was coming in for a meeting. And next thing you know, I just see my manager call everyone to the back. She was like in the verge of tears, and she just said like, you guys can clock out. We're done. Like, that's it. Like, it wasn't even like we're shutting on this date. It was like, today is everyone's last day, effective now. Like, clock out. You guys are done. Like, you guys are let go. And so, yeah, I remember just feeling so vulnerable and so sad because it was like, one, unexpected, and two, like an abrupt end, right? Something so like unexpectedly just quick. And I just remember, you know, going home. Actually, no, I went straight to Angel's job. I remember he was working at Costco at that time. So I just showed up to Costco like crying. I was a mess. And I just like, I had seen him, and he then went and asked if he could take a 15. It was like an emergency, and he came, and I just remember like crying to him in the car. And after that, everything else was a little bit blurry, but just the emotions of just feeling lost and just feeling discomfort of like what's next, and you know, that being stripped away from me so fast. But with that comes risk, right? And comes new beginnings. So fast forward, life happens, and God brings people into my life that ultimately led me to where I'm at now in my career. which I'm so grateful for. And you guys know I always talk about it, and Marilyn does too. I actually even had someone that I know about the other day where she was like kind of teasing me, telling me like, is this all you talk about? You know, like my career, my job. And I think I'm really grateful to say that I love what I do and I love where I work at. And it's something that yeah, maybe I do talk a lot about, but it's just something because I'm proud of and I'm so passionate and I'm grateful. I love it and I'm going to share it and be proud of it being a part of my life. Um, but yeah, I remember like past that, not knowing what the next step was going to be, not knowing where I was going to work at, and God bringing me to the right people and giving me this new opportunity to take a risk of being like, okay, like I'm going to try to get into corporate now, something that's completely new to me. I was still going to college, but I was like, I'm going to make the sacrifices and take the risk to try something. And like I said, ultimately it led me to where I'm at now, and I'm so grateful and I'm so blessed. And I think that's how I answered this question of that discomfort and that chapter of my life being so, so sad and it leading to something so beautiful and like just like a blessing.
I love your response because I'm going to say something about a job as well. But it just truly shows just to not worry and that everything is going to work out, right? And the reason why Jazmine talks so much about work and the reason why I talk about my master's program so much is just it's a big part of our life right now. I'm sure if we have kids, maybe we'd be talking about kids. So I'm sorry if we talk about repetitively. We try not to, but it really is just prominent in our lives right now. Um, yeah, but oh, I didn't even know that about the diner job. I knew you worked there, but I didn't know how deep was that root for you. And I can see why it could feel like such a heartbreak because it's been in your life so long. But I think it was like looking from the outside perspective and obviously knowing what happened in the future, it was exactly what she needed because it was that push because she graduated the next year with her bachelor's in business. So it was exactly what she needed to get that experience and to get into that field that she was studying for. Makes sense.
Yeah, and I think I'm a firm believer, and I know Marilyn, you are too, where like everything happens for a reason, and chapters open and close for a reason. Like you may not, in that moment, I remember just crying of like sadness and like just not knowing like what was going to happen next. I was so comfortable there, you know, it was something I've been with for a long time. And looking back at it now, I'm like, oh, like it happened for, you know, for a reason. And I want to say like a year ago or two, I even like caught up with like my previous manager and like other people that have worked with me, and like just looking at what they're doing now, it's just like it also makes sense. Like I'm like, oh, I'm happy for you guys too, because we were all there for so long and it was beautiful and it was an amazing chapter in life. I learned and I grew so much from it, and I'm sure they did too. But now it's like, oh wow, like you're here now, and like maybe you would have never done it on your own if it wasn't for this happening.
Right.
Including my father. I love my dad, and he was very happy and very blessed to be where he's at now. But where he's at now today compared to where he was at before, it was just, I love to see his little growth and his smile and just how much happier he is with the new environment and the new job that he's working in. So things do happen for a reason, and if you're going through anything similar or have gone through something similar, just know there's a reason why that chapter closed, and where you're at now or where you're heading towards in the near future, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, and don't forget, I don't know if you mentioned it, but please journal this question and see how this relates to you. Or you can definitely comment down below or put it on your story and tag us, whatever you'd like to be part of the community. We'd love it. We love seeing your comments and all your love and support. And even if you DM us, it literally makes our day. So thank you. All right, so I'm going to read the question again. And like I said, mine is kind of similar to Jazmine's, but a little different. What has your life taught you about taking risks and embracing discomfort? So, mine involves work, and I was working at my university, kind of in an office setting. And shout out to Carla and Kimberly. They were my team, Queen, 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 if you guys are listening. Love them so much. And so I was working at my university kind of as like I would answer emails and like schedule interviews for my manager and stuff like that. So I do kind of like that stuff. It was very easy, right? I loved it because, you know, my team was so nice and so just like I love them, you know, and it became easier and easier over time. And I had my own desk and it was really just, I was comfortable, right? But my goal wasn't to do that. And I'm appreciative of the experience because I can see myself working in an office though, because of that experience. But my professor recommended me for a position at a community college, one of my dream community colleges to work at, and I got the job on the spot because nobody else had my background, and so they wanted me for teaching ESL students. So essentially, I help ESL students with communication, reading, and sometimes writing. It's mostly communication though, but it's to strengthen that English skill. And I remember it was scary because like I was saying, it was so comfortable at that position. It was already at my university, so it was very comfortable. I got used to it. It was an easy job, and now I'm going back into education. It was kind of a year outside of education, like the classroom setting. So I'm going back into education, and it was my first time working with adults, which is what I want to do. Before, I had years of experience with children. So there was a lot of discomfort there. Will I be good? That fear of failure. What if I don't like it? And this is what my master's is in. But in the end, I embraced it. I left that job even though it was really hard. I literally cried on my way home on my last day just because it was the ending. It was a beautiful ending, but it was hard to leave because I loved my boss and my coworker, and I loved my little desk, and I loved my routine, but I knew that better things were in store, and I had to try. I had to take that opportunity. And even when I was starting the position, I was a little unsure about myself. Will I be the best educator for my students? Will I do, because I work under professors as well in the classroom, will I meet their expectations of what I need to do in the classroom, kind of like as a TA type of thing? And so there was a lot of discomfort there, and but I embraced it, and going to my job is not nerve-wracking anymore. It's normal, it's comfortable. I love my ESL students, and that was something else. So I'm getting my master's in teaching English as a second language, TESOL. And up until this position, I didn't even want to teach ESL students. I wanted to teach regular English 101 courses, which I still want to do. But I realized when working with ESL students for the first time, I'm like, wow, I prefer to work with ESL students than with just the general classroom setting because they want to learn, and because I left my comfort zone and embraced that new environment. I learned so much about myself, and I feel like I'm slowly becoming like the educator that I want to be. So let me reread the question. Yeah, so that's what I taught. That's what life has taught me, was to embrace discomfort because you never know what the outcome could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think new beginnings are always sad, like always bittersweet, I should say, in the sense where like no matter what your previous chapter is, whether it was good, it was bad, it was comfortable, it was uncomfortable, the fact that it's just ending, you'll always have that like that sadness of it ending, but beginnings are so, like what's come next, oh my gosh, my wording home. I'm like trying to say it and it's not coming out. Endings are very sad. They can be very sad, but what's next to come is like worth it, like even more beautiful and like worth taking that risk for. That's what I'm trying to say. That's and I see that, and you're so right in the sense of like by you taking that risk, you don't know if you're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it, but at the same time, you're never gonna know if you don't do it. right?
Mm-hmm.
Like who knew that you actually ended up liking the communication aspect of it more than something else? Like that's awesome. And in my situation, like who knew that, like, you know, me applying for this job, it being the first time I go into corporate, right? I was the youngest one at that time, like in that field. But it ended up turning out to be beautiful and like somewhere that now I'm like love, 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 love. This is all I talk about, type of thing. So yeah.
And now, kind of jumping off of what you said, now when in class when we're talking about, because obviously we're learning quite literally how to teach, but specifically ESL students. And so before, I would answer the questions generally, how I would teach my students, not specifically ESL students, because that's not what I wanted to do. But now I am embracing my program more now that I'm actually working with ESL students, and I love it. Like, I have, I hate calling it regular, but you know, the regular composition class. And then I have my ESL students, and I look forward to my ESL students every day. Like that is my happy place. That is my joy when I'm working. And so it just says a lot. It just says a lot that I made the right choice in the master's program, which I thought I didn't make the right choice. It also makes me feel like I made the right choice in my profession. And yeah, I'm ready to have my own classroom.
Yeah, and I think that the correlation that I'm finding between your story and my story, and hopefully you guys at home like reflecting, is just that every discomfort that you go through, and with that risk that comes with it, there's something on the other side that's beautiful and worth, you know, experiencing. So that's how I'm like kind of taking your story, my story, and I hope with anything in life you can kind of relate to that as well. Let's take those risks and find out what we like, what we enjoy, what we're passionate about, and maybe even what we don't like, right? Even if it goes bad and you're like, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
That's okay. At least now you checkmarked it and you're like, now I know this is not this, you know, the thing that I want to do for the rest of my life, or the place, an area that I want to live in, or whatever the case might be. Like, it's all about taking that risk and experiencing what comes with it.
Yeah, I agree. Very well said, Jazmine. Did you have anything else to add? I feel like I've said everything I have to say for this question.
No, I think I'm good.
I love this question. I love how similar, just a little bit different, but mostly similar, because it was about work, right?
And I love how it like comes together in the end.
And it does.
Yeah, like,
and who knows if that's my ending? What if I don't even get into education? Who knows? It's possible, because I am keeping that road open.
And that's as you should. Yeah. As you should. Life is all about trying different things and figuring out what your why is and what your purpose is, and, you know, taking that into the next chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening to this episode. Share it with a friend. And happy Thanksgiving season. We love you so much. And above all else, we wish you love. Bye, friends.